Yay. Okay. I'm officially recording. I'm recording to YouTube, and then I'll post a link on our group. Hold on.
Shut your mouth. I said shut your mouth.
Em. Do y'all want a dog? Or maybe 2 kids? 2 kids and 2 dogs for sale.
Don't give us away.
Did y'all hear her? Don't give us away. I would never. Okay, I think Trey is in the driveway, and that's why they're freaking out. So just let me look, okay? Well, I don't see. Oh! Look what I found at my vendor event. Grinch. Do y'all know how much those things go for? Like $100 or more. You know how much I paid? $32.
That's a really good deal.
I know, I had to get it, and it lights up. It lights up if I turn it on. Emma, come give your sister some more cookies, though. She's coming over here. Y'all, it won't be this crazy the whole time. Okay, my husband's supposed to be here. He's a slacker. Does anybody want a husband, too? Because I'll give him away. There you go. My toddler loves these. Okay, they're goldfish graham maple syrup graham crackers. Ellie's officially in toddlerhood. Okay, all right. Let's talk. So first off, we have some fun announcements. Let me pull up so I don't forget what announcements there are. Albums, announcements. Okay. So tonight I'm going to share about the beast mode sheet and what in the world that is and why it could benefit you. Okay. And I'm going to break it down for you too. So I'm going to share all of that. If you haven't already, I think Holly still has January Jumpstart open. So if you would like to come, that is going to be, I just need you to be quiet. I need you to be quiet. Laura, we were talking about this earlier, okay. So January Jumpstart, the deadline to register was December 18th. I think it's still open. So if you want to come, you can go on hollylow.com/events and you can register for that. It's $35. That includes lunch and an afternoon snack. The event is going to be Saturday, January 6th. Okay. Who on here is already registered? Okay. Lisa, Tracy, Lala, you coming? Oh, no.
I thought I missed it, but no, I can go register. I thought I missed the deadline because I was sick, but I know Carla's registered. She waved her hand too.
Okay, good. Carla, Brittany, Lowry, Shay, you coming? She is, yes. Okay, yes. Tammy Petty, I know she is coming. I think Margaret Petty is coming. Hey, Karen, I see your beautiful little face in your picture. Jamie, you coming? Oh, Lord. Sherry, you coming? Okay. So, that is on January 6th. It's on a Saturday. So worth your time. Okay. Did y'all see our wholesale prices? They are dang phenomenal. They're all MK Connections goodies. Okay. So business supplies all the way to like, I'm just going to share the screen because it's beautiful. Okay. Make me a host again. Well, I don't know how to do it. It's fine. So anyways, I will post that again. Career conference is coming up. Okay. So I don't know. Registration opens in February. Okay. The locations are, there's a Allen, Texas location, New Jersey, Washington location. Mine that I'm going to is Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a California and there's a, is it Minnesota? What's MN? Is that Minnesota?
Yep.
I feel like it is. Okay. So all of those locations, y'all, it is March 22nd through the 23rd. Okay. I usually go down really on the 21st, I think. Just so that I am like chilled and not missing anything on the 22nd. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Who on here's ever been to a career conference? Yes, Lisa and Tracy. Oh my gosh, I remember it was so fun. Okay, so career conference is held in March. So you got some time to plan for it. But registration will be in February. Okay, don't forget Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Mary Kay's website will be down again. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna like work out some kinks or something. I've been playing on it and it works great for me. Has anybody else kind of played with the new In Touch? I thought it was so beautiful. It's so cute. To me, most of everything is still in the same spot. Most of everything. So, anyways, it's pretty good. Okay. This week, well, did I add my this week stuff? Okay.
Nikki,
Yeah.
can you explain what the career conference is? What is it?
So
What's it
it's
about?
like a miniature seminar, okay, where basically it's a lot of training. There is some recognition. There's like a small little arena. So we'll have like certain speeches from certain people there. Like corporate puts this entire event on. So it is not like Holly Lowe event or anything. So it's all just like corporate stuff, but then they select special national sales directors to come and speak. And those are our trainers. So we also go into breakout classes based on our career level, and you go and get training based on your career level in your Mary Kay business. It is so good. There will be product knowledge, any huge Mary Kay announcements, like if they're going to release new product or anything like that, you'll get all the 411 on all of that early. So it's really good, really, really good for your business. It's so good. Okay. So I'm going to try to talk to you a little bit about a beast mode sheet. Okay. So first off, let me share. Maybe I can share my screen. Let's see. Basic. What the heck is that? Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, got it. Can y'all see this? And I'm going to try to share the screen on this thing too. On my recorder. Okay, share. Okay, so here we go. So can everybody see this? Everybody can see it. Okay. It's getting on my nerves. Okay, so obviously the top is pretty self-explanatory. Your name and your phone number and who your director is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This champion affirmation is like, what is your, like, if you could, like, I usually change mine every week. Like, what's my daily, like, little mini affirmation? What am I saying every day? You know, sometimes it's, you know, I remember when I was working on my parties and like increasing my sales and like believing in myself and all of that, it was, I hold $500 parties. Like I do $500 parties. So that was one of mine. Or I'm a master at booking. Everybody wants to book with me. So it just kind of depends on what you want your affirmation to be, but that's kind of what goes right here. Okay. Now, this little chart right here, okay, this is your mini goal, okay? It's 2 leads a day, okay? So over the course of a week, we're basically thinking that you would take 2 days off in your business and find 10 new leads, okay? Leads, does everybody know what a lead is? A lead is basically like a new contact, a new name and phone number that you can reach out to and book. So if you go to Starbucks and you get the girl behind the counter, her phone number and her name, That's a lead, okay? The other way to get leads, of course, y'all know if we go do vendor events or if you get a list of referrals or whatever, okay? So 2 leads a day is kind of like a little goal for yourself, okay? So the goal though is 10 a week minimum, okay? Now, the other thing is 300 in sales for the week. 300 in sales for the week. So y'all, if you're seeing 3 faces a week, most likely you'll have this in sales, not including your outside orders. Like if you sell a lipstick on the go or somebody reorders their skincare or whatever, that doesn't really, I mean, it counts towards your mini goal, your 300 in sales. But like if you go over it, that's great. But this is kind of just to kind of give you a baseline. Okay. Also 3 interviews a week. So an interview is the share calls that I do or the coffee chats that I do. So doing 3 of those a week. And y'all, so let's say on Monday, okay, yesterday, let's just pretend real quick that on Monday, I'm going to use Carla for an example because she's just the top one that I see. So we would put a number, like let's say Carla did a share with me on Monday over the phone. She's going to put a number 1 right here in this box. Monday, right beside the interviews, she would put a 1 because she did share call with me on Monday. But let's say we fast forward, she didn't do anything with me on Tuesday or Wednesday. On Thursday, we did 2 share calls. So then she could put 2 right here. So then the total for the week would be 3. Does that make sense? So it just kind of gives you a place to see, like, what are you doing daily that is income producing? Okay. Now, this is not like a thing that's supposed to scare you. This is supposed to help you be a smart business owner. Okay. A smart business owner so that you know getting new contacts every day is how we continue to work our business. Okay. So 2 a day, right? That's a pretty good small size goal. Okay, so 10. So if you go to a facial and she gives you 10 names, guess what? Your minimum goal is done. And obviously, these are not required. This is just like a suggested minimum. Does that make sense? So let's say on Monday, Carla did that. She did that share with me. But she also did a facial and she got 15 leads. So she's going to put 15 under Monday. And let's say on Thursday, she does another facial and she got 5 leads. So she would put a 5 on Thursday. And that be it. So she's got a total of 20 leads. Does that make sense? Okay. Same thing for your sales. I don't care how you're selling the product, whether it was an on-the-go sale, facial, whatever it was, just add them up for the day and put your daily total sales in that box. Okay. And then add it up for the week. The same goes for your bookings. Like a booking, y'all, is a share booking, a facial booking, a party booking. If it's something to do with our business and you booked an appointment with somebody and put her name on your calendar, that's a booking. So the goal is to get at least 1 a day, like at the very least 1 a day. So 5 per week. Okay. So, and then the last thing is to turn in your beast mode sheet. So our goal is we're going to start, I want you to start emailing me these at the end of each week. On Sunday night, set you an alarm on your phone and submit it to me. Like send it to email. Okay. Now, this, the sharing and marketing is people who are listening to the facts of the business. Okay. So that is literally a phone call share or coffee chat share where we sat and literally had a conversation and did a share sheet with them. Okay, that's where you put her name, her phone number, and what was her interest level. That's what this number is supposed to mean, her interest level. Okay. I like to put A, B, or C. A is like absolutely. B is like buy me a coffee. I got more questions. C is like could never sell Mary Kay. So I like to put A, B, or C there. Okay, so this right here, your power start. Power start technically is 30 faces in 30 days. Well, if you do 8 a week, that's 32 faces a month, right? So there's a place right here for you to write who you're doing facials, or if they're a party, then obviously all the people at the party go on this list. Okay. And how much you sold to them individually. Okay. And I'm going to come back to why this box is so important. Okay. And then there's a place for you to put your reorders, like what's her name and how much did you sell to her? Okay. The championship mindset. Okay. So this right here, this box helps me figure out what your head is thinking. Okay. Because I don't talk to you guys every single day. Most of you I don't see and talk to every single day. So I want to know, like, what areas of your business made you feel like a champion this week? And what skills do you feel like you need improvement on? Y'all, this right here is going to help me figure out what I need to work more on with you and how to train you better. Okay. The third question is, what did you do to stay positive this week and keep your head clear and focused? Okay. So, are you doing an affirmation? Are you listening to the $1 Million Message? Are you tuning into the meeting? Like, what are you reading? What are you listening to? All of that. Okay. And then other notes is just like, if you want to tell me something, like if there's something that you want to share about this week, it doesn't matter. It's really just a place for you to have more room or to share something specific. Now, the bottom of this, sales. Okay. So obviously this is your monthly totals. So every week you add up your totals and put it right here. So then you can go back and say, okay, well, the first week of December, I sold this much. The second week, I sold this much. And then this week, I sold this much. So my monthly total so far is this much. Does that make sense? Okay. And then you also write your profit. Now, remember, if you are literally discounting product, okay, I'm going to come back to this in just a second. Hold on. Sharing is how many sharing appointments have you held for the month? Okay. Whether that be a phone call share or coffee chat over the table for a cup of coffee with me. Okay. Now let me talk to you a little bit about your profit. Okay. Hold on. How do I stop this? Let me go back to, where did it go? Okay. All right, we're good. I think we're good. I'm still on my, yep. Okay. So, profit. If I give somebody, okay, let's say I sold an eye makeup remover, which originally is $20. Let's say I gave her a discount of 10% off. That is $2, right? $20. No, that is $4. A 10% is $2 off. Okay, bless it. Okay, so that means that I only sold it to her for $18, right? I did not make $9. Do y'all know that? I made $8 because the discount that I gave her, that $2 off, comes out of my profit. You understand that? So that's why your profit is separate on that beast mode sheet, because you may have given a discount. And if you did, that is not included in your sales. For your profit. Okay. Does that make sense? Are y'all tracking that? Okay. Who has a question about a beast mode sheet and like what each little box means and why it's so cool or whatever? Nobody? Okay. Now, I love it if you can get a highlighter and on the days, okay, so when you do your beast mode sheet, on the days that you for real got 2 leads that day, you get to color that box in with your highlighter. Like, obviously, still put your number, but I want you to color that box in because that means that you hit your minimum goal for the day. Okay. If you sell, okay, so 300 is the minimum goal, right? So if you sold $60, that is your minimum for the day, because 60 times 5 is what? 300, right? So our goal is to do at least $60 in sales per day for the week, okay? For 5 days. So if you sell $60, I want you to highlight that box. Do y'all know what I'm talking about at the very top of the sheet? Are you sure this is like, you can't like, come on. Are y'all tracking? All right. If you do a share, just one in the day, you get to highlight the box. Okay. If you get one booking, you get to highlight the box. And what we're going to do is every single week, the girl with the most boxes highlighted gets a prize from me. And that's so fun. Why are you laughing at me? Is it my ears? Is it this? It's okay. Hold on.
Me and Brittany are competitive.
Okay, let's see how many boxes you get highlighted. Now you have to turn it in on Sunday. You literally have all day on Sunday. Any day. Any time of the day. I don't care. Just email it to me by Sunday night, okay? And we're going to see how many highlighted boxes each girl gets. Now, here's what's awesome. This is the most, I want y'all to write this down if you have a notebook, okay? So, Mary Kay is not magical, okay? It is MATHemagical. Okay, it's MATHemagical. Now, let me tell you what I mean. If I go do 5 faces, okay, and I sell $500 for the week within my faces, that doesn't include my reorders, okay, that is just strictly from doing faces. What is my average per face? Does anybody understand how to do that? Okay, let me tell you. This is why your business is MATHemagical, okay? So if I do 5 faces and I sold $500 in product, my average per face is $100. That means if I want to make $1,000, I need to see 20 faces. Does that make sense? You know why? Because my profit is half. Okay, so let me break this down for you.
Are you saying within a week, Nikki?
No, I'm just saying like my average.
Oh, okay.
Okay, step 1, determine how much profit you want to make. Okay, so if you guys have a pen and paper right now, I want you to write down your number. I want to profit however much. All right, so I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to say I want to profit $1,500. Okay, and then step 2 is to set your retail sales goal. Okay, considering the 60-40 split. So let's do this. So if I want to sell, can y'all hold on? Let me share my screen to my calendar, my calculator. Okay, because that's what we need, calculators. Okay, if I want to profit $1,500, I'm gonna multiply this by 0.4. Right? Hold on. I need to sell. So you take your desired profit. Here we go. I should read my paper. That would help me a whole lot. Okay, so exciting. Okay, so if I want to make $1,500 for the month, all right, that's how much I want to make. I'm gonna multiply this. Take your desired profit number per month and multiply it by 2.5. Okay. So that means I need to sell $37.50. Okay. Do y'all know why? Because I'm only taking 40% and the 60% is going in my Mary Kay account. Do y'all remember the 60-40 split? Okay. Now that I have how much I need to sell for the month, okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate my faces, my average per face. Okay, now remember, I'm basing this on, I did 5 faces, and within my 5 faces, I sold, how much was it? $500, right? So that means that my average per face, so I'm going to write, I had 5 new faces last month. I'm just going with easy numbers, okay? That's what I'm doing. 5 faces, and my new faces generated $500 in sales before tax. Your tax should not ever be included in your numbers, okay? The government gets that, unfortunately, not us, okay? All right. So sales generated by those faces divided by the total number of new faces. So let me tell you what I mean. I sold 500. I'm dividing that by how many faces I've seen, giving me my average per face. Does that make sense? Who's confused? Because this is math. So sometimes people get confused on math, and I need you to literally tell me. Tell me if you're confused. Who is confused? Okay, we're not going back. All right. So now that I have my average per face, which is $100 per face, okay? Y'all, this is the place where I need you to remember you do not include your reorders. This is only faces, new faces, okay? Not your reorders. Got it? Y'all tracking that? Okay. To determine how many faces I need to be in front of for the month in order to make $1,500, okay, with this, if this is my average, I need to take my retail sales goal, okay, which my retail sales goal, if you don't remember, was $37.50. Okay, if I want to make $1,500, that's what I got to sell. And I'm going to divide it by my average per face, which right now is 100. So how many faces do I need to see?
38.
About 38, okay, in order to make that, if that's my average. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
Now you could also say, well, I could do parties, okay? Parties, a party is really 3 or more guests in attendance, okay? So if I want to take my face goal and divide it by 3, then I could say, well, this is how many faces or how many parties I want to do this month. Does that make sense? So then it's about, I think it's about 12 parties, because 38 divided by 3 is what? 38 divided by 3. Yeah, 12 or 13 parties, okay? Does that make sense? Are we tracking? Okay. I know it's a lot of math, y'all, but if this is how I paid my bills with Mary Kay money every month before I was a director, this is how I paid my bills before I was a director with Mary Kay money, because I needed to understand what my average per face was. And if I knew that, because I was using my beast mode sheet and writing down how the people I was getting in front of and how much my sales were, that's why that little part, the power start part on the beast mode sheet, this is why that is so important. Because you might sell $100, which is great, okay? Just from posting in your VIP customer group. You might. But y'all, faces will always take you places in Mary Kay. Faces will always give you new recruits. They will give you new leads. They will generate sales. And y'all, that is where we create a big, fat, juicy customer base, is by doing faces. Okay. I have had consultants, they like to go live like a million times in their VIP group, and that's good. You're making quick sales, but I want you to have residual income. And the way to do that is to get in front of people and let them try the products, whether that's a phone facial, whether that's a Facebook party for a specific hostess, or whether that's an in-person appointment. Okay, it doesn't matter. I just want you to see people, get in front of new people. When I sat over the table today with this 60-year-old lady, she spent $250 with me. You're going to have faces that you spends a lot more than your average, but then you're going to have some faces that don't spend anything. Okay, so it's going to average itself out, and that is how you continue to build your skills, and that's how you get better. y'all, is seeing more faces and showing the products more. Okay. So, y'all, one thing that I learned really early in my business was to overbook. Okay. And back then we had what was back then was an all in-person business. You couldn't do virtual. Okay. And one thing that scared me with overbooking, because I've always heard of other directors overbooking, which means that they might have 2 parties at the same time. That scared me because I can't go to 2 places at a time. What if they both hold? Then I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't do that. So what I would do was I was comfortable with having people over at my house. Okay. And that was something that I was totally fine with. Or maybe you have a neutral location. Maybe your church is available for you to use their little common room or whatever it's called. But what I would do was book all these individual faces. Have y'all ever had people want to book with you, but they were like, I don't know if I want to bring my friends yet because I don't know you yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't bring no friends. It's just an individual facial. Well, you can book individual facials all at one time and it still be a party. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Because you're booking them all for one location. That is what I did during DIQ in order to, like, my first round of DIQ before COVID. I did everybody at my house and my kitchen table because I couldn't go to 20 locations. Like, I just wanted them all to come to my house. You know what I'm saying? And then I was able to get 5-10 people done at one time. Does that make sense? Okay. So I need you to know that 50% of your appointments are going to cancel and or reschedule. Okay. So if you know that going in, okay, the next part of your goal, okay, so you know how many faces you need to go see in order to make $1,500 if your average is 100 per face. Okay. And you know you should maybe do 13 parties just to make it a little simpler on yourself because 38 faces sounds like a lot. 38 appointments sounds like a lot. So, but 13 I can get on board with. Okay. And if I know half of my appointments are going to cancel, I should probably book double, right? So that I still meet my goal for the month. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you plan on that, my favorite thing is we know that 1 in 5 book with you. Mary Kay always says 2 out of 10. I simplify that. It's 1 in 5. Okay. So if I need 38 people, I always just break it down like that. I need 38 people on my date book. Okay. And then I want to multiply that by 5. Okay. So if I need 38 faces for the month, I'm going to multiply it by 5. Okay, let me show you. Let me share my screen again. Hold on. Calculator, I need you, please. Where are you? Hold on. Okay, share screen to my calculator. Okay, so 38 times 5. Okay, that's 190. Okay, but that sounds like a whole lot. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. 1 in 5, so that's 5 contacts. So this is 190 contacts, okay? So what you do is you divide it by, let's say I will make calls 5 days a week. So 5, 10, 15, 20 days out of the month, I'm going to make calls. Okay. So that means, guess what? How many calls do you have to make a day? 10. Does that make sense? Do you understand how I got 10 calls per day? No, hold on. That's 5 days a week. So I have to hold myself to that. Okay. Okay. Does that make sense? Are we sure? Once you figure out how many faces you need to do to hit the goal, multiply that by 5. And that's how many calls you have to make 5 days a week. Okay? Or divide it. Yeah, that's how many calls you have to make, and then you divide it by how many days you're going to make calls for the month. Okay. Who's confused or has a question? It's mathemagical. And y'all, when you really do this and like break it down, okay, I always break my goal down to how many calls I need to do, because then that's something simple that I can track and feel like I'm in control of, you know. If your goal is less than that, you do 10 a day anyways, like they always say, could make extra money. True statement. Okay. So, who has a question? All right. Well, I'm going to give you quick. Are y'all ready for some quick time management tips? Quick time management tips. Now, whose brain is fried from all the math? I felt like it was some simple math. We didn't like do any kind of equations, okay? Like no algebra, as Medea says. No algebra, okay? Okay, so time management tips. You are still in the month of December. Christmas is literally next week. I'm rocking my Grinch headband and my Grinch sweater. I'm so excited. I'm ready. Okay, but time management is critical during this month. Okay, you can literally maximize some amazing sales and get 30 faces done. Okay, if you manage your time properly. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some quick tips. Number one, set aside a specific time weekly to run your errands. Specific time. Okay, my thing is, if I don't get it done within this time, then I gotta get somebody else to help me with that. Like if I don't finish it myself, I'll be like, I gotta call Trey and get him to do that. I'll see if I can get Susie Q or whatever, like, you know, my aunt, my cousin, my whoever could help, right? Number 2, 6 most important things list. You have got to learn to prioritize what is most important. Y'all, I will literally set a timer for 20 minutes and knock 1 or 2 of those things out. Okay? I have my kitchen timer. It is the best thing ever, which by the way, Hobby Lobby has the cutest kitchen timers. That's where I got mine. Okay. And it's in the spring stuff, and they're already putting the dang spring stuff. So go ahead and go get you one, 40% off. Okay. But I set my timer and then I run and do whatever I need to get done. That's on my list, whether that be dishes or whatever needs to get done. That's a priority. Okay. Number 3 is my weekly plan sheet. You have got to plan out your days by the hour, if not by the 30 minutes. Okay. You have a lot of time. Okay. Y'all, there's 24 hours in a day. That is 48 30-minute increments. Holy moly cow. That's a lot in one day. Okay. So if you will break down your hours, whatever you got to get done that's important, put it on there, and then where can you fit your Mary Kay in? Okay. Y'all, and this is not putting your work first. This is helping you prioritize correctly. God first, family second, career third, not 33rd. Okay. It's important. All right. Number 4 is a date book. You've got to write everything. Y'all, get you a date book. Whatever it needs to be, get a date book. And y'all, my favorite kind of date book, this is for 2024, has times listed. You know why? Because then I can go in and box out the times that I can do appointments. So when I'm making my calls, it is already there. Okay, well, I can do Tuesday at 3:00, or I could do Friday at 1, which is best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and do that. Okay. Number 5, if someone postpones or cancels or reschedules, or maybe you didn't book during, like you didn't get an actual booking during that time slot that you said was going to be for an appointment, Y'all ever had that? Where you said you could do an appointment on Tuesday or on Saturday at 2:00, but then never got anybody to book for that slot? Well, during that time, are you making booking calls? My favorite thing to do is, okay, Tracy, have a good time. So let's say on Saturday, I was planning to do a party at 2:00 to 4:00. I had time slots. It was 2 hours I had blocked off to do a party. Okay. But either the girl canceled or I never got somebody on that time slot. What I'm going to tell you I'm going to do is for an hour, I'm going to call my customers, my current customers, and see if I can go ahead and make some quick sales over the phone and just follow up with people saying, hey, girl, did you need a restock on your cleanser or mascara? I am doing buy two, get one free on any eye products. I don't know, just like come up with something, okay? Because the goal is if you had 2 hours blocked off, don't you want to make some money? So call your customers for an hour. And then the second hour, I call booking attempts for a power hour. Okay. I'm going to maximize those 2 hours that I already had slotted off. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. So someone postpones. Are you making plans? I love those fireworks. That was so fun. Did y'all see that? Okay, number 6. Pretend you are your own boss. Hello. Set your alarm, get up, get dressed, and be ready for whatever. Be ready. Okay, get up and get ready. Y'all, the more when you get up and you look good, hey, yay, Tammy. Oh my gosh, I love it. Maybe I can get some. Oh, I want some balloons. How about that? Tammy's got all kinds of stuff going on over there. She's like making faces, getting confetti. Love it. Okay, sorry. Squirrel. Okay, so y'all, one of my favorite NFL quotes, I don't even know if it's NFL, ESPN, whatever. Trey listens to football, so I hear stuff all the time. But here's what I want you to know. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. Okay, that's from like NFL. Okay, but what I want you to hear is if you look good and you feel good, most likely you're going to get a lot accomplished and you're going to make some money. Okay, when you slumming it in your PJs, you're probably not going to get a whole lot done. Why? Because you're slumming it. You're feeling like you're in the slums. Do you understand? So if you get up, you get yourself ready, you're going to feel a lot better. Y'all, it is cold. It is getting dark earlier. A lot of people are suffering with depression. A lot of people hate the holidays because they have to hang out with their family. I took that off my plate this year. So what I'm saying is, what do you need to do to get yourself up and feeling good? Go get ready, put your makeup on, fix your hair. Y'all, there's no reason to be feeling depressed when you sell Mary Kay because you got everything it takes to look beautiful. Skincare and cosmetics, get yourself ready, okay? And y'all get out the house if you can. Now, my Michigan girls, there might be 10 feet of snow outside. So, I don't know. Have a snow angel or a snowball fight or something. It usually makes me feel good. Okay, number 7. Set a time for housework. Y'all, if you need to get your dishes done, your house is a disaster because you have toddlers or whoever, a husband. Okay, let's be clear. Okay, so what I like to do is after 8 o'clock, set my timer for 20, 30 minutes. Have y'all ever had somebody say they were coming over to your house? I'm dropping by. You're like, oh, crap. Okay. I have never cleaned my house so fast in my life. I'm like a daggum ping pong table. Bing, 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 bing. Okay. So I set my timer and I try to beat my timer. I'm going to clean my house that freaking fast. Like so fast, you're not even going to know what happened. Okay. That's what I do after 8 o'clock. Before the kids go to bed, I'm like getting it done. Or after the kids go to bed, I mean. Okay? So just like small stuff. I'm not saying like deep clean the house, like mopping and all the things, but just like whatever is bugging you. Okay? Set yourself a little timer and knock it out. Number 8, don't make everything a crisis. Okay? If this were a real job, you would still have to go to work. Okay? So here's what I mean. Susie Q canceled. So I guess I'm just going to go sulk in my closet. No, if this were a real job, you would have to get up and go to work, right? Okay? If you have a little sniffle, if this were a real job, you would have to get up and go work, right? Okay. Now, obviously, if you're like puking your guts out or you have like bronchitis and pneumonia or something, obviously, please rest. Okay. But I'm talking about like, don't make everything a crisis. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like simple stuff that you would have to go to work no matter what, right? Okay. Or you stumped your toe. Or my husband's sick. Well, he ain't going to work for you. Like, what do you mean? We don't care your husband's sick. You need to go to work, right? That's what a boss would actually say to you. Okay. So take your business serious, y'all. If you're not taking your business that serious, guess what? No one else will either. If you're not making your business that much of a priority, your spouse, your kids, they're not going to take it serious either. They're going to assume that, like you could postpone that and we could go to the mall and go shopping. Well, no, we can go shopping because I make money in my business. So you can go back to your room. Like, don't let people guilt trip you either. So my little toddler in there, she's 4, almost 5. She will guilt me into keeping her at home in a quick second. Okay. Just because she'd be like, Mommy, I just want to spend time with you. And I really just want to snuggle. No, you need to go to school. Like, what do you think this is? Okay. Don't let them guilt you, is what I'm saying, if you got little ones. Okay. Number 9, take work with you. Y'all, you are going a lot of places this month. Okay, from the grocery store to different stores to pick up presents or whatever it may be. Okay, when you are going places, take your work with you, such as the doctor's office, your hair salon, nail salon, any place that you can write some hostess notes. Y'all, I love to write a little postcard to the next hostess that I have and stick it in the mail. Work on your prospect list. Do you have a prospect list? Okay, prospect list is like women that I've done facials with that maybe she purchased skincare or whatever, but she's on my list. Like, I want to recruit her. Okay. Do you have a prospect list? And most likely, if you don't have a prospect list, it's because you're not doing faces. Okay. I'm going to do 10, 11. I got time. I'm going to do it. 10, don't take personal calls during your Mary Kay work time. If you worked if you work a regular job, you couldn't answer the phone for Joe Blow if you were at work, right? Okay, so when you're making your booking calls, I'm not like when I'm making my booking calls, I'm not answering my husband. I'm not answering my dad. Y'all can send me a text if it's that important. You know what I'm saying? Like stay on task, okay? Don't take personal calls. Number 11, delegate. What things do you currently do that you could delegate? House cleaning, cooking, putting stickers on your product, bagging customer orders, arranging product on your shelves, making copies, cleaning trays and mirrors, loading and unloading your car, yard work. I mean, you get the idea. Like, are you doing any of these things that can be delegated? Do you have a teenager in the house that can help you with these things? Do you have a husband that might help you with these things? Some husbands are good with that, some are not. So it just kind of just just kind of go with who your spouse is. My husband's not allowed in the office. He'll be stressing me out. Okay. But my toddler, my almost 5-year-old, she will label products for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay for me to delegate to her. Be like, and she feels so accomplished when she does it. So that's good. Number 12, use any TV time to organize and make up stuff. So like, you won't feel guilty for watching TV if you're getting something done. A lot of times I like to write little notes during that time, or maybe that's when you want to pack up some sample packs or whatever. Okay. So use, like, if you want to watch TV, that's fine. Watch your Hallmark channel for the Christmas movies, but maybe do something that's like busy work, in your business. Okay. Number 13, bring prospective team members to guest events. Okay, if you want to recruit her, getting her on that Peek in the Pink event is one thing to do. Now, in January, we will be doing something different. I haven't decided what it will be, but I will let you know. 14, listen to Mary Kay trainings, educational tapes. Sometimes your educational tapes, sometimes those are like Audible. Like, does anybody have Audible or audiobooks? That's one thing I really love. Right now I'm reading Atomic Habits. I can't remember the author, James something. It's really good. Okay. And so I just listen to it.
James Clear.
I listen to that in the car. Or I pop my earbuds in when I'm like cooking dinner or something. Okay. Number 15, make deliveries. When you're making deliveries, pick a certain day that you want to do that. Like a certain day, not just like sporadic throughout the week, but like a certain day for you. Okay. Number 16 is to take products to work with you to demo. James Clear. So take products with you to demo at work. Y'all, satin hands. You could sell the snot out of satin hands right now. If you work a regular day job, take it with you. Okay. And number 17, keep adequate inventory on hand. Nothing wastes more time than to have to swap products with other consultants. And y'all, I'm speaking to myself on that. Because there are moments where I'm like, oh my God, why am I out of this product? Okay. And I'm so grateful to have such a great team. But y'all, are you building yours to be able to sustain what you want to accomplish? Okay. I just gave you 17 tips, a lot of math. I want you guys to quickly, I've got 8 minutes. So I'm going to give you literally 2 seconds to unmute and tell me what your takeaways are. Okay. Fast. Oh, okay. So, Tammy Carlson, go ahead. Tell me what your takeaway is from today.
Well, my takeaway is to always take notes and make time for these meetings, even when you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sick with COVID for almost 2 weeks, but I'm on the mend, so I'm here.
Yay.
And you can see my face, so I'm trying, and that's what's most important, is to try
I'm so
and
proud
make
of
the
you.
effort. So that's what I'm doing.
So proud. She don't look like she got COVID. She looks so good, doesn't she? Okay. Carla,
Right.
and then Lisa. Carla's having technical difficulties. Okay.
I got it. Here I am. Sorry. I didn't hear my whole name. I was like, blah, blah, something. But, so my takeaway was to do the sheet, right? Because I lose track of how many. And I think that doing the sheet, the beast mode sheet, and knowing that I have to turn that in weekly will help me be aware of how much I've done and what I still need to do.
Good. I like it. Okay, Lisa Marshall. You looking so
I think my
festive
biggest
and you're
tip
red.
is, or biggest takeaway is just to know my numbers.
Know your
Whether it's
numbers.
the calls or the faces or what I'm making, what I'm not making, it's just to know my numbers.
I like it. Lala. And then Karen Mitchell, if you want to share.
Did you say me?
Yeah, what's your takeaway?
Sorry. So I'm definitely gonna say the beast sheet. Like I've been doing it, but not right. So just learning how to do that. And then you said like if you're not feeling good, just to get up anyways and make yourself feel good. And I've been struggling, so I needed that today.
Oh, yay. Good. Okay, who else is on here?
Sorry, it's crazy in here. We got two little babies and they're like open.
It's
You
okay.
know.
Rita, you want to share your takeaway?
My takeaway is I don't have enough confidence.
Hmm.
And the basement sheet, I used to do it, but I didn't do it right.
Okay.
So that might be part of the problem.
Maybe. You know how you build your confidence? By just doing something. Like booking something. Or, like doing a debut party with me. I would love to do that for you with like all your church friends, That would build your confidence to see how many people come and all of that, and support you. You have a good support system at church. I bet they would do it. We'll talk.
Maybe.
We'll talk. Karen?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I took away is set goals and document. Use your tools to document.
Yay. Shay, Brittany, Tammy. I don't see your faces, but if you want to unmute and share, you're so welcome to.